What's good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball and also coming to y'all again with another video. We're going to talk about Jusuf Nurkic signing that extension, 4 years, $48 million. This is way below what he was really worth. But everybody was looking for a big payday, and they starting to see the bread just ain't there this summer. Like I said, remember back in 15, everybody was getting paid 16, 17, $20 million. The only center with a big payday was DeAndre Jordan. He had a 1 year, $24 million deal. We have to see what happens to Clint Capella, but this is a massive pay cut. 4 years, $28 million at a 23-year-old center that can give you a double-double and improve their defense significantly. As when he came, they needed a big. Portland didn't have any bigs. Their big was Noah Vonleh and Myers Leonard. Those are not anchors. Those are not great players consistently. I'm not saying that they're trash or worse, but Nurkic is a starting center in this league. And remember, he wanted to go to another team because he felt that him and Jokic couldn't play well together. And they really couldn't because Nurkic is not the best switch defender. He's not the best perimeter defender, and he doesn't really have a skill set that complements. He doesn't have a skill set that complements Nikola Jokic, so they had to separate the two, and then you don't want to pay both of them anyway if they don't really complement each other. So he goes to Portland, and he has made a significant impact on his team. And he probably thought he would get more money because remember he could sign an offer sheet with another team. It seemed like he didn't get the offers he wanted, so he ended up staying with Portland. He said that he wanted to stay with Portland. This is the team he wants to be. They traded him. They gave him a significant role. They gave him significant minutes. He's been able to make the playoffs the last 2 seasons, and he has had a great 2 seasons as a starter, and he's only 23 years old. And I think this is a deal that will be a little underrated personally because of the 4 year, $48 million not really being a $20 or $30 million deal like a DeAndre Jordan. Is more of a balanced deal. It's not an overpay or an underpay. It's right in the middle of a solid pay. You ain't going to really complain about it, especially if he wants to get traded. It's not a untradeable contract or a terrible contract because Nurkic can literally play the game of basketball, and he fits. He knows what he's supposed to do. He sets screens, whether it's for Damian Lillard or CJ or even in the pick and roll, but he sets screens so they can run around, get movement, and knock down those threes and get space so they can knock down those mid-range jumpers, and sometimes set the screen so they can get to the paint and get a lane. And his body is wide. He's big. He's a big center, not just because he's 7 feet. The man is 280, 7 feet 280. This is a big man. This is a big boy. So them screens hurt, and he takes up a lot of space. So once you get hit by it, they're getting a good look, and he was the perfect fit alongside Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. And the fact that they didn't give him the $100 million extension that people thought they was, not even the $80 million, he's going to get $48 million over 4 years. This is a steal for them. And now they have enough room to try to get that third guy in the future if they can clear some of these salaries. But it's done available right now that can really change Portland besides Kawhi Leonard, which they're not, well, he doesn't have interest in going there. But at the end of the day, I like this for them because they're able to keep their nucleus and their core together, and they can continue to grow together and build on that chemistry and add to their game. And the more they add and expand their game, the better their ceiling and the better they can be. And it opens up, like I said, that position for them to literally have that cap space possibly to get that wing that they need to go to that next level. But now it's damn near impossible with Golden State adding DeMarcus Cousins. It's basically over for the West because they was already torching in Portland every year. Then they added KD and torched them some more. Now adding DeMarcus Cousins, a guy that Nurkic could dominate on the inside and beat him up. He can't really do that as much because they got Cousins down there that can beat him up and get rebounds too. So that's not an advantage anymore. It's going to be tough for anybody to come out the West. But with your main guys locked up for long term, now you can start focus on developing those other guys around them, those other pieces that you can interchange and move around. Those pieces are the ones that's going to matter the most because those are the ones that you have to fill out the roster with to get over that hump instead of being just a playoff team to being a contender. And their number made it seem like there was contenders, but I didn't really think that the Portland Trailblazers was really a threat or a scary team. I even picked the Pelicans to win quickly in that series, and that's what actually happened. They actually got swept. So that if you can't get swept in the first round, if you're a contender, you at least got to go 7, and they couldn't even do that. They got swept, so they got a long way to go. But this is a foundation with Damian Lillard. They're putting the building blocks down now to build a house, and they did it with C.J. McCollum. Now they need that roof to stay there and go through the rain, sleet, and snow. And help them build another parts of the house, and that's what they're trying to do. Get that family room, get that TV room, and get the gym. And they don't have those pieces in the house right now, and that's what they're trying to find. That bench, that guy off the bench that can get buckets, that guy off the bench that can switch, the guy off the bench that's versatile. They don't have those guys on the bench to me. They need that forward that can guard the KDs, that can guard the Kawhi Leonard, that can guard the LeBrons, because these are players they have to go against in the West, and they don't have that guy, and they need that 3-and-D guy. Aminu was supposed to be that guy, but he's not. But he's still been developing, and he has been getting better. And he's still, after being a terrible three-point shooter for his whole career, he's starting to get more confidence, and he doesn't stray away from it. Even if they leave him open, he's not scared to take it. And that allows them to have that floor space and knowing that he's going to take it anyway. But teams still sag off of him, and they're going to have to find a way to fill out the rest of this roster in these next 3 to 4 years to win a championship. They have the youth, they have the shooting, they have the movement, they have the interior presence in Nurkic. They have all those things locked down. Now it's trying to find those other pieces to take them to the next level. And they have a couple more years to do it, but you also got to know that injuries are a part of the game, and that could hurt or worsen this. Trades are a part of the game. Disgruntledness can be a part of the game. So, yes, they got them locked down, but that means they're going to stay. They had Jimmy Butler locked down, and he left a year earlier. So, just because it looks good and it looks like a great deal and it opens that space, that don't mean this team will get over the hump. That don't mean this team will ever win a championship. They're making the right moves. I met Terry Stotts. I was able to meet him a couple years ago and take a picture with him. Check that on my Facebook page. But at the end of the day, this team is going in the right direction. But now it's just a matter of trading or finding or developing those other pieces. And that's what they did in 2015, resigning a lot of these players to deals and trying to find a way to get talent. Nobody really wants to sign with Portland. Nobody really wants to go to Portland, even with Damian Lillard. Name one big name trade that happened that got them to go to Portland. They drafted LaMarcus Aldridge. They drafted Brandon Roy. They drafted Damian Lillard. They drafted C.J. McCollum, and they traded for Nurkic, but he's not a superstar or a major, or he's not a superstar or a major player in the league. But he still has time to develop. And same thing with C.J. McCollum. But they're going in the right direction. The biggest problem with this team is going to be the age of Damian Lillard. The other pieces are younger than him. He's entering his prime. And right now, they haven't really got out of even to the Western Conference Finals right now with this core. I'm not talking about the team years ago that played against San Antonio that got put out and got swept. So, like I said, they got a long way still to go from being a contender. Right now, they've been able to make it to the playoffs the last couple of years, and they got better at Nurkic. And now we're gonna see how they're gonna get these other pieces to contend with the best teams in the NBA, not just the conference, in the whole entire NBA. And that's going to be the tough part about doing it, because they are in Portland. And if they can't draft or find that guy that they can develop, like they try to do with Harkless and Aminu and Evan Turner, those people like Evan Turner, for example, is really untradeable. But we will see. They gave up on Nicholas Batum. They gave up on Wesley Matthews. Lamarcus Aldridge left for nothing. Now they're trying to get back to where they was before, and they was able to do it. Now it's to see, can they correct the mistake that they did? They added Jamal Crawford and all those things, Aaron Aflalo, and they could just never get over that hump. Now we're going to see if they can get back to that spot where Nurk is still developing, McCollum still developing, and CJ in his prime. Then they get that other piece to take them to the next level. Other than that, that could be 2-3 years from now because they're still so young. But they got a long way to go if they want to catch Golden State and Houston. And they did. This is one of the moves that will help them get there. But let's see if they can put it together. This is a process. This is a plan. This is a schematic. But now you got to bring it to fruition. And they're slowly getting there. They got the building. They got the foundation. They got the roof. Now it's time to start installing and building the things that make you want to stay in the house. And they don't have that just yet. Check out my website at NosisPlayground.com. Link in the description, comment section below. Check out my Facebook page at NosisPlayground.com. Link in the description, comment section below. Like on Facebook to show support. Check out the t-shirts on the Facebook page. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm gone. And let me know what you think about Jusuf Nurkic staying with the Portland Trailblazers.